Hi, it's Liz from Cook Your Feed and I'm cooking from my book again today. This delicious flourless black bean chocolate cake. Now, flourless cakes are not just for coeliacs or gluten intolerant people in your life, they're for everyone. They're so delicious because they don't have any flour. They're not like a typical sponge cake, but they come out more like a truffle texture, really rich and fudgy. And they're just so delicious. It's definitely worth a try. So we'll start off by measuring 100 grams of sunflower seeds into a little blender, and you can substitute this with ground almonds as well. I just wrote this recipe to cater for people who have both a gluten and a nut intolerance. Okay, so just blend that briefly. Be careful not to over blend it or it will turn into sunflower seed butter. Okay, so we've got some blended sunflower seeds there, and then I'm going to add a whole tin of black beans. These organic ones we sell in the Green Earth Organics online shop. You can add them to your order, and I'm going to put the whole tin in, including all the liquid, and this liquid is called aquafaba and it's a really good egg substitute. And I'm going to blend it again just to make a nice smooth mixture. Okay, the black beans are blended in with the sunflower seeds, and now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So 100 grams of sugar, 30 grams of cocoa powder. I'm actually going to use this nice cacao powder from the shop. I like that, it comes plastic free. And a pinch of salt. Salt really brings out the flavour of the chocolate. 4 tablespoons of olive oil, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure you get the gluten-free one if you are making this for a gluten allergy sufferer. And then all I need now is the 200 grams of melted dark chocolate, which I have been melting here in a glass bowl over a simmering pot of water. Pour all that in, and if you want to keep this recipe dairy free, then just make sure you use a nice dark chocolate. They're generally dairy free. Just check the ingredients. Okay, so we'll give this mixture one last blend and then we're ready to bake. So the cake mixture is blended into this beautiful glossy batter. So then you just want to make sure your oven is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, and then line a cake tin. I like to use these loose bottomed ones and just line it with a reusable baking parchment. We do sell a really good compostable unbleached baking parchment in the online shop as well. And then just scrape the batter out into your cake tin and then just smooth it out, and then you want to bake it for about half an hour. Okay, so here it is out the oven. So you can see it's all cracked on top, and when you give it a little shake there's not really much of a wobble. So I'm going to let that cool in the tin. The longer you leave the cake to cool down in the cake tin, the easier it is to take it out. So you could even pop it in the fridge to cool down and set overnight and then take it out in the morning. I've rushed it a little bit today for the video, but it's still fine. So it's this beautiful, quite a lot like a brownie cake. And I like to dust it with some cocoa or cacao powder. I just use a little tea strainer to dust it, and because it's so rich and dark, it's really good served with some whipped cream. I really like it with some tangy raspberries in the summer as well. For the whipped cream, I'm using this tin of coconut. So you just pop it into a jug or a bowl or whatever. Whisk it up. Okay, so I'll just serve a slice now so you can see what it looks like on the inside. It's so truffly and fudgy. Delicious. Okay, so this is actually still slightly warm. So you can see how fudgy it is in the middle. And I'll just serve it with a little dollop of cream. And if I had some raspberries, I'd sprinkle some on there as well. Yum. Let's just try a bit. You can't taste the black beans at all. It's like a secret healthy ingredient. It's so good. I hope you try it. Let me know if you do.